Hi, welcome to Community Living, and this episode, as you can see in the caption, is covering why you don't have to file your tax returns. So, yes, it's a bit of a clickbait, but there are reasons why you don't have to file a tax return. Not everyone has to file a tax return on a yearly basis, and the reason behind that is that if you've just started working and you don't have like things like an IRP5 from your previous employee or from anything that you've done in the past, you don't have to file a tax return. So the only time or the only reason you file a tax return as someone who has just started working is if there is some money that you think you want to claim from tax. So if you do have medical aid when you just started working, there might be some kind of tax deductible from the medical aid. So you will file tax return so that you know whether or not SARS has been charging you enough tax on that, like the medical aid, or or they've been overcharging you and they have to give you a tax rebate, right? Another thing is that, if you're like me and you don't have
medical aid, I know a lot of you will be like, why don't you have a medical aid? I've got my own reasons. I feel like it's a waste of money, but I do have an emergency fund and a credit card in the case of an emergency, which is what most medical aids are for. Unless if you're paying ridiculous amounts of money, then you can just walk to your doctor every single day. But otherwise, I feel like medical aid as a scam. So I don't have a medical aid. I'm not planning on having a medical aid. Maybe if I get permanently employed and it costs me to take a medical aid, I'll just oblige for that reason. But otherwise, I don't believe in medical aid. So this wasn't about me, but really why
the whole tax return thing. So another thing is if you earn less than 500,000 as well. So the condition of if you earn less than 500,000, it might not be an entry level job, but you earn less than 500,000. The interest that you've gained on any of your savings accounts and so forth, if it's not above 23,800 in that tax year, you don't have to submit the tax return as well. Another criteria is that if your capital gains are not more than 40,000, so if you have sold some shares and gained profit from selling those shares, or if you have sold property and have gained some profit from selling that property, so that will be capital gains, right? So that is another condition, right? So another one would be if you don't have a retirement annuity, right? Because you get a tax deductible or tax rebate from if you actually have that criteria where you pay less than 27.5% of your salary, your per annum salary goes to your retirement annuity. So SARS will give you a certain portion of your money. Another thing would be Section 18A certificate. So if you're donating to organizations which are Section 18A certified, meaning they're public benefit organizations, you get 10% of the money that you've donated to those organizations back. So if you don't have any of those conditions, there is no reason to submit your tax return, and you don't have to go through either e-filing or going to SARS to submit any of those documents. So you are safe and you won't be evading tax, because the law or the rule regarding tax return is based on that. So this was just to highlight that to everyone. One more time, if you earn more than 500,000, you have to submit a tax return. If you have a medical aid, you have to submit tax return. If your interest income for the year is more than 23,800, you have to submit a tax return. If your capital gains is more than 40,000 in a year, you have to submit a tax return. If you have been donating to a Section 18A organization and you'd like to get that 10% back, you can submit a tax return, even if you don't earn more than 500,000, right? If you have IRP5 forms from your previous employee that you like to submit from other tax years, and you just started working I've done, because I haven't had to submit tax returns, you can submit a tax return. So, and then the seventh criteria would be that if you are working in another country, you'd have to submit a tax return. So yes, so thank you for joining me today, and do the right thing. If you earn more than 500,000, always submit your tax return. But if you don't earn more than 500,000, there are terms and conditions as to when actually do you have to submit your tax return. So thank you for joining the episode, and I hope you will enjoy the tax season when it comes, because you know what you're supposed to be doing. Love you guys.